Hello, everyone. Unfortunately, even though the intro said this is live yoga, this is not live. I'm recording this before I go on my vacation. We are going to Switzerland. So if you are watching this on Friday, April 3rd, when it premieres, I'm in Zurich. And with the time difference, it would be way too difficult to be able to do a live stream while I'm there. And especially since it will be the day that I arrive, I'll be far too tired. And also, I have a real busy day planned right after my arrival, dropping our bags off at the hotel and running. But I do hope to record a yoga anywhere and a bone density video while I'm there. And I'll upload those and have those ready for you at the usual time. And I'm taking my yoga mat, provided the room gives me enough room. I hope to be able to record a video for Friday, April 10th, yoga practice as well. But tonight, we're going to focus in on creativity. It's a lot to just suddenly be creative. And with spring, we would like to be able to tap into some creativity, not just to create new things, but just to make us feel much better, depending upon what's going on in your life. We really want our spring to be a moment of growth, a couple of months worth of growth. And with that comes the opportunity to tap into some creativity. So, our intention is to be creative. And the way we're going to approach that with our yoga tonight is to try to find freedom within the movement. So we don't want to just jerk our bodies around and suddenly end up in warrior two. We want to try to be flowy, focus in on our breath, and allow our bodies to move in a way that feels true to ourselves and it just allows you to open up a creative portal in your mind and your heart. And with that, we are going to focus with a few breathing, well, not a few breathing exercises, just one, but we're going to take some really deep breaths. And the mantra will be, I am creative. And I'd like you to say that either aloud or to yourself. But place your hands either palms down on your knees in a cross-legged position or palms up. And I think I'm going to go with palms up tonight. I notice that my posture changes immediately when I place my hands palm up. If they're palms down, I tend to kind of curve into myself a little bit more. But we want to be able to share our creativity. So if it opens you up a little bit more, by all means, place your hands with palms up. We're going to take a real deep breath in, really try to fill your belly with air. And I know we can't fill our bellies with air, but we can use that as a gauge that we've breathed in deep enough that there's really no room for more air. So take really strong wash of air into your lungs. At the top, think to yourself or say out loud, I am creative. And breathe out. I'm breathing out through my mouth, but in through my nose. So breathe in. At the top, think to yourself, I am creative. And breathe out. Breathe in. and out. One last time, breathe in and out. Now, our root chakra governs creativity. So while we're in this seated position, really root down into your mat. Hold your back up nice and straight. We're going to take a twist to our left, and we're going to be creative in the way that we get there. So sweep your left arm up and overhead and allow it to land on the floor just behind your hip. Take your right hand, go up and over to where your hand is resting on your left knee. Take a deep breath in and journey into your twist as we breathe out. And come out of this twist the way we went in. Right hand comes up and over to the right knee. Left arm comes up and overhead, returning to our left knee. Now take that right hand, go up and overhead, just behind your hip. Let it rest on the floor. Take that right arm, go up and over to your right knee. Take a deep breath in and breathe out as you twist. Coming out of the twist the same way, starting with our left hand, returning to our left knee, and our right arm coming back and returning to our right knee. Now we're going to take our right arm, sweeping it up and overhead and over to the left knee. Then our left arm up and overhead and over to our right knee. Breathe in and open your heart. And breathe out as we tuck our chin. Breathe in. Reach the crown of your head up towards the sky. And breathe out as we tuck our chin. Then breathe in as we reach up. Allow your arms to come up overhead, opening wide, and down to the mat to either side. And tell yourself, I am creative. Now we're going to go to all fours for some cat-cow. However, we're going to be creative with this. We don't want to just be real stiff and in this table position. We do want to have good form, so make sure your knees are under your hips and your hands are underneath your wrists. But what we're going to do, instead of just dropping our belly into a cow position, what we're going to do first is we're going to start with cat, and we're going to sweep up and over to our right. Then breathe in as we come through center for our cow. So breathe out now. We're going to go over to the left with our hips. Breathe in as we come through center. And now we're going to get a little lower to the ground. So bend your elbows, go over to the right. Elbows can rest on the mat as we come forward and up to our cow. Then lower halfway and sweep your hips over to the left. Rest your elbows on the mat. Come forward into cow. So back to that cat, over to the right. Breathe in as we reach up through center for cow, and breathe out as we journey to the left for our cat. And one last time up through center for cow. Now we're going to go into down dog, but I'd like you to do it creatively. So curl your toes under. We're going to rock back and forth on our toes. It's a little yoga for our toes. Try to get your pinky toe to dig into the mat. Then reach forward and out with your hands, and as if your tailbone is being pulled up by a string. We're going to go up to down dog, go any which way. You can do a little dance as you go up into down dog. We're going to take a few steps while we're here, maybe stepping back and forward, back and forward. Really just play around. Find what feels good. And now we're going to take our right foot, or our left foot rather, and dig into the mat. So you want to try to anchor that left heel. Lift your right leg up to the sky. Bring it forward into a low lunge. Be really light on your fingers. And we're going to squeeze our thighs to the center line and rise up to a high lunge. Now we're going to twist. So take your left hand and make a fist. Your right hand, place it on top and go up and over to where your elbow is on the outside of that right thigh. And you can look up at the sky. I'm not feeling that part right now. The twist is all I need. If you want to look up past your right shoulder, feel free to do that. Then we're going to release back up to that high lunge and back to the mat. Like I said, I wasn't feeling it and I just lost my balance. Remember, yoga is all about practice. Now we're going to step back to that down dog and we're going to step it out again. And this time we're going to anchor our right heel, bring our left leg up, bring it forward into the low lunge on this side. Then we're going to squeeze our thighs to the center line and sweep our arms up and overhead. High lunge on this side. Now, grip your right hand into a fist, left hand on top. Bring your elbow to the outer side of that left thigh. You can look up at the sky or just choose to do what I'm doing right here. Say to yourself, I'm creative and I'm resilient. Then lift our hands up to the sky, high lunge, and go right back to the mat. Step that left foot back, right back to our down dog. Now, we're going to go through that same sequence, but we're going to take away the twist, and add a warrior two. So we're going to lift that right leg up to the sky, step up to a low lunge. Then we're going to shift that left foot so that our toes are pointed off to the left corner. We're going to rise up and go directly to a warrior two. So you want to cartwheel that left arm up and overhead. Get a nice generous bend in that front leg. Really reach out beyond your fingertips. Take a deep breath in and out. In and out. Now we're going to cartwheel right back to that low lunge. Place the left hand on the mat next to our right foot and lift that right arm up to the sky. Then lower it and step back to that down dog. Now anchor the right heel, lift that left leg up, bring it forward to that low lunge. Shift that right foot so that your toes are pointed at the opposite corner of the room and cartwheel up and back to warrior two. Take a deep breath in and out. Really actively reach with your fingertips. Then cartwheel right back to that low lunge and step back to down dog. Now we're going to add 2 more warrior poses. So anchor that left heel, lift that right leg up to the sky, bring it forward to our low lunge. This time we're going to shift that left foot so our toes are pointed off at an angle, and we're going to rise up straight to warrior one. Try to make sure that your hips are square as you can get them. And lift up. Now we're going to lower our arms to goalpost arms and reach up. Then cartwheel that left arm up and overhead back to our warrior two. Then lift that right arm up and overhead and go back, peaceful warrior. Then we're going to return to that low lunge. Do another twist. Place your left hand just beside that right foot and lift your right arm high to the sky. And then lower it and step that right foot back to our down dog. Then anchor that right heel, lift that left leg, bring it forward to our low lunge. Shift on that right foot, come up strong to warrior one. Open up your heart, goalpost arms, lift back up, and then cartwheel and open up to warrior two. Then lift forward, up and back with that left hand, peaceful warrior. Then cartwheel right back to the mat, step back with that left foot. Now we're going to go into plank, back up to down dog, down to plank, up to down dog. Then we're going to bend our knees and lower them. And then bring your toes together and your knees as wide as the mat. We're going to lean back a little bit and then take your left hand and place it in front of your legs in the center of the mat. Take that right arm, reach up, and then bring it through underneath your arm like you're threading a needle. Place your right ear on the mat. Reach up and overhead with that left hand and lean back, really lean back into your hips. We're going to take about 5 breaths here just to allow that practice and that little flow to settle in, opening up our mind in our heart to creativity. So take a few more breaths, really deep, breathe in and out. In and out. Then take that left hand and place it on the small of your back. Breathe in and out. Then unwind. Place that right hand in the center of your mat. Reach up with your left hand and bring it underneath that right arm. Take that right arm up and overhead to the front of your mat and really lean back into your hips. Breathe in and out. Whisper to yourself, I am creative. Breathe in and out. Take the right hand, place it on the small of your back. Take another deep breath in and out. Then unwind, unravel, come back, cross your ankles, and come back to a seat. And with creativity, one thing I found is that whenever I am painting or I'm playing the piano, I try to have fun. Being creative is not all about being real stern with yourself and pulling out a ruler and or although with practice sometimes you do have to be stern with yourself, but we want to allow creativity to take over, and with that we want to enjoy ourselves. And we're going to do that right now. So bring your knees up, place your hands behind your thighs or right behind your knees. You can crisscross your arms if you feel safer rocking back and forth if you're holding your legs close to your chest. But I'm going to hold mine loose like this, and we're going to rock back and forward, back and forward. And don't feel silly. I'm doing this for a video on YouTube. And so I'd like you to do it with a big smile on your face. So even if you are in the room by yourself like I am, or if you're near your pets or your children or your grandkids, be loose and have fun. We're going to do this a few more times. And rolling right back up to seated. So this was a hard one if you do have weak wrist, and for that I do apologize. But if you dig into your index finger and your thumb when you are in down dog, a lot of times that helps take the pressure off of your wrists. But I do want you to have this intention of letting creativity come out or to express your creativity. And I want you to think long and hard about something that you can do this spring that will allow you to share that creativity with others. And whether it's just a small group of friends, just family members, or just for yourself, There's no harm in sharing your art with just yourself. But I do hope you enjoy this practice and that you will look for next Friday's video. I do hope to have room. And if I don't have room in one of the hotel rooms when I plan on recording, I'll do a standing yoga sequence. So that will be something that will be good for everyone. So I hope you have a wonderful weekend and I will see you again soon. Bye. I'm going to approach it the same way I do when I do it live. Bye, everyone.